So, good evening. This is Matt Fox from Matt Fox on the Tube, and I'm coming to you guys from Rostock, Germany. And I wear sunglasses because I got messed up eyes and stuff like that. So let's talk, man. This is an edition of Traitors, and the traitors are in the government, and they are causing problems left and right. Yesterday, Donald Trump decided to make an appearance at the NBA Finals at New York, where he grew up, and New Yorkers showed their displeasure. Number one, they were not happy about having to go 2 hours ahead of time to the game because the orange orangutan was going to be attending. And number two, you know what I'm saying? They canceled all the watch parties outside, and it was just a real downer. And when Donald Trump was shown on the uh, big screen over there when they're playing the national anthem, New Yorkers booed. And I'm talking about they went on and on and on. And this fool's over there when they're playing the national anthem. He's up there like this and shit. Yeah. Come on, man. That's not even the way you fucking show your respect to the American flag. You know, a person puts his hand on his heart. You know what I'm saying? Okay. So once again, I'm Matt Fox coming to you from Rostock, Germany, an American in Germany, and glad that I'm here because if I was in America, I would be locked up. I would be locked up because I just cannot stay quiet about the things that I am seeing and the way that this administration is handling the American public. I mean, he is lying left and right. This guy is in the Guinness Book of World Records for the most lies told by an American president. I mean, this is some crazy shit. And that this guy is in control of our country is crazy. Couple of helicopter pilots went down today in Iran, and yeah, I'm haven't got the all the information on that, but I'm hoping that they're going to be okay. Let's just go through a list of things because I got to go to work tomorrow morning very early, and I want to talk about the things that I feel like we should really at least touch on. Number one, the whole media thing is getting messed up. Donald Trump's getting deals for media companies to be sold off to his sycophants or his acolytes, people who will not put people on who are going to be making jokes about him because he's such a fucking snowflake. And so, you know, because of Donald Trump, Stephen Colbert ended up, I mean, they said it was because of the ratings and shit. Hey, what's up, Yusuf? Thanks for watching. Give me a thumbs up and love you. Okay. So CBS got rid of Stephen Colbert because Trump's such a snowflake. Um, made an issue about it. They sold the company to Ellison, and now the the station is getting the lowest ratings ever in that nighttime time slot. Negative 65%. All right. So thank you, Stephen Colbert, for all of your years of service in the television industry. And I hope that you go on to do some great things and expose Donald Trump for the freaking pedophile, petty snowflake that he is, because that is what CBS deserves. Negative 65%. Love it. So, another thing I'm going to tell you, I used to watch a lot of CNN, right? I used to watch a lot of CNN. But you know what? I barely even turn it on anymore because I pay attention now to independent media, people that are out there telling the truth, like myself. I'm putting it out there because I have friends and family. Like I said, I'm in Germany. I'm in Germany, but I'm an American. I have kids here, I got kids there. And I want my kids in America and my grandkids in America and my great grandkids in America. Hey, you guys. Okay. But everybody who's in America should have the opportunity to earn a good living and, maybe even go on to buy a house and stuff like that. But now, because of the Trump administration and all the wheeling and dealing that he's been doing for billionaires, it's almost impossible now unless you're raking in the dough. I mean, it's going to be really hard to buy a house, with a 20-year mortgage or 30-year mortgage. I mean, they're talking about making it 50-year mortgages now. 50 years. So it's going to take you 50 years to buy your first house? Come on, man. That's not even right. So wages are stagnating in America and people are having a hard time. Mm, what's up, Clip? So, hey, how's it going? Look, it's not right. You know what I'm saying? People in America who work hard should be able to earn enough to buy a house, to support their kids in areas where they want to go and study or go to a good college. And I appreciate the question, Cesare. But my day was okay, but I still got another one, a long one going on tomorrow. But nevertheless, let's stay on the subject. So CNN is sucking the rag, CBS is sucking the rag because they have become puppets of the Trump regime. They don't want to say anything bad because Trump is going to get his feelings hurt and is going to cry and complain. And even when he was sitting there at the finals last night, sleeping like a baby, this fool was getting trounced. Inside the stadium, they booed him every time they showed his picture on the big monitor. Outside, outside, the people watching outside or on others in other areas because they didn't the watch party outside was canceled, but there were some other watch areas also. And every time they showed a picture of him, he was also getting booed. And the fool was getting booed in Texas as well. So, I mean, he may be a kid that grew up in New York, but New Yorkers know who he is. And when I was working as a model in 1985, and we were up at the World Trade Center, and my agent pointed me to this group of people on the other side, and I asked who was this dude, and he told me about Donald Trump. He was in his 30s, I think, back then, and he told me about all the ways that he fucked over people. You know what I'm saying? People who were doing business with him, he would just screw them over, take them to court, just put lawyers in their life, continue the cases. And for people that have small businesses that did business with Trump, he ended up, say Wally broth, say Wally. Okay, yeah, okay. But nevertheless, a lot of people, a lot of businesses, small businesses in New York, he put out of business because of his complaining to the courts about little things that the companies did wrong or whatever. And it was all bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Even when companies talked about fixing the things that he was complaining about, he wouldn't have it. He would continue the situation until it just got untenable and then they'd end up settling for less. So thanks for watching. Hey, Tommy Shorts, what's going on, man? So nevertheless, I don't watch CBS. I don't watch CNN. And if you guys are watching it, shit, it's gone down the tubes. So next subject, Russia is getting spanked. Russia is getting spanked. Okay? And now it is time for Putin to say, maybe there's another way. Because if he doesn't do what he needs to do, then somebody's going to take his ass out soon. Because his fellow citizens that he sent to war are out there getting killed left and right. They've been losing 5 Russians for one of every Ukrainian. And that's pretty hard numbers. You're sending your people over there into this meat grinder and they have no idea of what they're doing. They got no telegram to work with, to communicate with each other now. The internet's shut down over there. They ain't got no fucking Starlink, and the Russians are getting spanked. Hi, Tommy Shorts. You can do it. So anyway, but Volodymyr Zelensky's trying to give the dude a way out, but he is not taking it yet. Yet. I foresee that there will be some changes, and I'm talking about this war is going to be over with within 2 months. I think within 2 months, either the can you just say Tommy, hey Tommy, what's up? Okay, so this war is going to have to end within a couple of months. Either that or somebody's going to take his ass out. I cannot see them allowing Vladimir Putin to continue to kill Russians by sending them to the front in the Ukrainian special special operation. You know what I'm saying? That's what he called it, special operation. Yeah. So, nevertheless, that stuff's going to have to come to an end. So, the Iran war. The Iran war is getting even stupider. Trump keeps making statements saying, yeah, we're getting a deal, we're going to making a deal, they want to make a deal, and this and that, and this and that. He's lying. He is lying. The Iranian government posted on their channel that he is lying. There is no freaking deal. And he keeps on saying this to manipulate the market. Now, when push comes to shove, the Iranian government is trash. Okay? The Iranian government is trash. So, no, I can't, Tommy, because I'm trying to do a podcast here. So, the Iran war needs special attention from the Americans. And I think that special attention could be, drumroll, Draft Baron. Draft Baron Trump. Because Donald Trump has never served this country or America. He has never served America as a soldier, and he ain't serving America as a president. How is he making your life better? Gas has gone up and up and up. Grocery prices have gone up and up and up. He's committed all sorts of chaos and human rights abuses all over the country by sending ICE and CBP and National Guard here. I mean, it was so stupid when he sent National Guard to Washington and these guys were put in a position where they had to go like rake leaves and stuff, you know what I'm saying, to beautify the area up. Come on, man. This is not what the National Guard is for. So, nevertheless, there needs to be some justice for Renee Good. There needs to be some justice for Alex Preddy. And the normal way that would go is through particular protocol when a officer, whether it be a state police officer, a city police officer, or a federal officer, violates the human rights of somebody and therefore they are investigated and possibly charged. So, and so therefore, I hope that we're going to get some investigations, and I hope that we're going to get some justice for Renee Good and also for Alex Preddy. Tommy, I'm living in Germany now. I've been here for 16 years, but thanks for asking. I'm from Los Angeles, though, Hollywood. Um, Next subject, China. Now, China is on the rise. And when Trump went and visited China not too long ago, um, President Xi pretty much put Trump in a position to where he had to say, yeah, 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 even when Xi was actually, kind of making some sort of a threat. I mean, it kind of seemed like that anyway. He told him, do not get caught in the Thucydides trap. And that means that when a power is gaining more power and coming up to the level where a higher power is, that the other power attacks and tries to make the other power go down. So, but because of that, she is letting Trump know that if he does do any kind of stupid shit, that she has something for him. That's what he was saying. So we're going to be keeping an eye on the Taiwan situation because I think at some point she's going to go ahead and get his old, you know, he's going to be getting ready to do something. So I don't know how long that's going to happen. It could happen right around the midterms times because when that happens, Trump's going to be a lame duck president. We'll see what's going to happen on that. Next topic, the Epstein files. Ooh. The Epstein files is what Donald Trump is trying to get away from. He doesn't want anybody to talk about the Epstein files. But the thing is, I told you guys I'm making a video about this, about how the Epstein class, Jean-Luc Brunel, write these names down, look them up, do your research. Jean-Luc Brunel, John Casablancas, Paolo Zampoli, Donald Trump, and Jeffrey Epstein. 5 dudes. 5 dudes and 5 pedophiles. Each and every one of these dudes has had sex with underage girls more often than you could believe. And the only one that's sitting there really trying to deny it is Trump. Now, it's in the files. It's already in the files. The allegations, the FBI reports, it's all in there. If you guys go to Tribeca, visit the Donald J. Trump and Jeffrey Epstein. They have a memorial reading room there. Wonderful thing, wonderful thing. But there is all the information you need right there to see. Files, a lot of it redacted, but still, nevertheless, like a better place. Thank you very much with that, Tommy. But nevertheless, the Epstein class, these 5 guys, they figured out, okay, well, what can we do to get some girls, some underage girls? Well, we can start some modeling for companies, some modeling agencies. So all these dudes either had a modeling agency, and then Donald Trump was, oh, well, you know what? I can buy these pageant. I can buy Miss Teen USA. I can buy Miss USA. There's people talking now about how these guys did all this stuff and then got these girls. I'm talking about they brought girls from Europe to Little St. James, the island where Jeffrey Epstein had his compound over there. I mean, if you're on an island, it's not like you got a way to get off the island. You know what I'm saying? You have to go steal a boat. And if you're like a 12, 13-year-old girl, I don't think you really know where you're at and how you're going to get away. So, I mean, think about it. It's, yeah, right, Alcatraz. Right, exactly. So, and that's why Donald Trump wants to reopen Alcatraz because when he starts locking up and detaining his opponents, that's where he wants to send them to. So, Firefly, Tire Live, yeah, Tire Live, that's what he's going to do. That's what he wants to do. So, but Donald Trump, Jeffrey Epstein, Paolo Zampoli, Jean-Luc Brunel, and John Casablancas, all these five people were the people that put this whole thing into action in the 90s. And that's why there are individuals such as Prince Edward, or no, Prince Andrew, sorry, ex Prince Andrew, and numerous others that got caught up in the mix. But Donald Trump is protecting the names of a lot of people so that they don't get exposed. But in doing so, he's also probably taking in money. I'm just saying, because there was a lot of videos that were made, and those videos have not, they haven't been, nobody's letting them out. And nobody's saying, we got him. So therefore, that's the DOJ under Todd Blanche doing that. And Todd Blanche is Donald Trump's attorney. And he said if Donald Trump decided to fire him or let him go, that he said that he would tell him he loves them. That's a crazy shit. All right, so, but just so I can ask, you know what I'm saying? I want to ask you guys. There's been no arrests of any American co-conspirators, even though many people were named in the files. There are no American co-conspirators that have been arrested. None, not one. The only person sitting in jail right now is Ghislaine Maxwell, and Donald Trump will be pardoning her at some point. All right, I'm just saying. And when it happens, it'll probably happen on a late on a Friday night. Late on a Friday night. So, what has Trump done to help Americans? Is there one person out there that can tell me something that Donald Trump has done to help you? Let me tell you something. Donald Trump's a billionaire. You know what I'm saying? He's a billionaire. But this dude does not donate to charities. He's not into the church too much. Picks fights with the Pope, shit like that. This dude, he's really not a big basketball fan, but yet he decided to go over to New York and jinx the Knicks. The Knicks lost. They're pissed. They're pissed. I would not be surprised if they freaking did some crazy shit at his properties for the Knicks losing that game. Just because the orange orangutan wanted to show up. So, American gas prices are coming down a little bit right now. And we're going to see how it's going to be going in the future. But the cost of everything else is going up. Unemployment is still going up. The price of improving your home, doing things in the garden, or if you've got a farm and you're trying to buy fertilizer, the prices have gone skyrocketed up. So I feel sorry for all of you who are having to deal with that shit. I'm in Rostock, Germany. I don't have to deal with that shit. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, higher gas prices we got here too, thanks to Donald Trump. But it's that way all around the world. And there's some countries where they're freaking rationing gas. You can't even go and buy, you can't even go and fill up your tank. You can only get like so much, you know what I'm saying? Like 40 liters or whatever. I'm not sure. There's a lot of different countries that are making it very difficult to, you know, fill your tank. You know what I'm saying? So, um, let's talk about another thing. So Donald Trump's talking about holding a UFC fight in front of the White House on the South Lawn. They built this big ass structure over there, and he loves this structure. He's talking about leaving it up and everything. But it would be an open air fight, and it turns out that the weather on that particular day is going to suck. And they're calling for rain, they're calling for thunderstorms. And so, Donald Trump, you blew it again. And most of the fighters have been talking about they don't even want to be on the card, right? They don't even want to be on the card. They cannot respect this president, and therefore it's like going over there and fighting in at the White House is like they can't understand it. They can't understand it because it's a political thing. Political and sports together only brings corruption. Only brings corruption. And that's what Donald Trump is trying to do. He's trying to come up off this corruption, right? I'm certain he's already thinking about what kind of merchandise he's going to be selling on his Truth Social website. So many of the musical performers for the 250th festival, uh, they've all canceled. The only people that ain't canceled is Kid Rock and freaking Vanilla Ice. So I mean, if you like Kid Rock and Vanilla Ice, enjoy the show. Um, but as far as it's concerned, most of the performers that were invited do not want to be a part of it because they don't want to be involved in any kind of partisan politics or any kind of situation where it seems like they would be on one side or the other. So, nevertheless, that party will be canceled as well, probably because Donald Trump's talking about going out there and doing a rally. Yeah, if you like Donald Trump's rallies, then you can look forward to that. So, next topic, Supreme Court. The Supreme Court used to be a place where there was some real sanity, but since you got people in there like Clarence Thomas and Samuel Alito and a few other people, the courts have been politicized now for about the last 5 years or last 10 years, and making it a real partisan playground. And most of the votes tend to go one way or the other as to MAGA and Donald Trump, or no way, it's got to stay. And the fact that they turned over Roe v. Wade is something for me unbelievable. I mean, I'm old as shit, you know what I'm saying? And Roe v. Wade's been around almost all my life. And the fact that these old dudes in the Congress and old dudes running for president and old dudes making decisions for what women can do with their bodies is for me unbelievable. I feel sorry for Americans, both men and women, in that regard because it is, yeah, I mean, pro life is one thing, but when there's situations like rape and incest and everything like that, um, the woman shouldn't have to go on to have the child. It just doesn't seem right. So, but the Supreme Court is now seriously corrupt. There's numerous allegations about against Samuel Alito and Clarence Thomas, and there's other discussions in regards to Brett, whatever his name is. You guys know what we're talking about. But nevertheless, the Supreme Court's going to have to change. There's going to have to be some changes, and hopefully we'll be able to get some a level playing field over there, because um, it's not really right that a partisan, they shouldn't be looking at things in a partisan way, only as the legal um, conversations. You know what I'm saying? In regards to topics, not a right wing way of thinking, not a left wing way of thinking. So we're going to see what's going to happen in that regard after the midterms, because after the midterms, Trump will be impeached. No doubt about it. No doubt about it. And the thing is are we going to get to the midterms? That is the question. Because Donald Trump, I'm pretty sure, has his plan. If you guys go back and look into my old podcasts, you will see that I discussed this stuff like 4 or 5 months ago about Donald Trump's plans to steal the midterm elections and to enact martial law and to change the whole way the American political scene continues. The countries around the world, including Germany, and I've been here for like 16 years, and I talked to some of the guys who are in the service that serve in the military here, not Americans, talking about Germans. But Germans, for the most part, don't necessarily like to get involved in political conversations, um, as it's right that way. I mean, that's right. I mean, it's kind of hard to spout off anything, and give your honest opinion, and then stay fair. So nevertheless, but they don't understand it. They don't understand it, and I'm pretty sure that the other European countries that are represented in the European Commission, NATO countries, I mean, I'm thinking they have all decided to go ahead and let the Americans be by themselves right now, not even talk to them too much, you know what I'm saying? Just minimizing their communications, which is probably the best thing you could do. Sorry. And just waiting until something changes in America. And hopefully that's going to be soon. So, how the change is going to occur, I don't know. I'm thinking 25th Amendment. 25th Amendment, I cannot understand how it is that it's not going on yet. Trump has talked so much shit about J.D. Vance. If I was J.D. Vance, I'd be fucking putting it on the table right now. I would be putting it on the table right now. He can't fire him. Trump cannot fire J.D. Vance. So, and although MAGA would not accept J.D. Vance, doesn't make a difference. If J.D. Vance is the vice president and, they get the 25th Amendment passed through, hey, James, what's going on? If they get the 25th Amendment passed through somehow, some way, although I kind of doubt it, yeah, I don't know. So, and the other possibility is, yeah, the other possibility is, oh man, got a brain fart. Okay, but there's another possibility. Second Amendment, Section 4, something like that. Nevertheless, they got to get him out of there. And the only way they're going to get him out of there is that, or if somebody does something and gets him out of there in a different way. Or if his health gives out. If his health gives out, that's probably the best way. But you can't let him give everybody a pardon, which is probably the thing that he's probably going to do. Is try to go ahead and pardon everybody in his administration, his cabinet, and everything before he goes, before he kicks the bucket. If he kicks the bucket freaking spontaneously, there's going to be a lot of people who are going to be getting investigated and convicted. I can tell you that. Okay, I got to go to work early tomorrow, so I'm going to go ahead and cut it off there. And I wish you guys a good evening or wherever you're at. Hope you had a great day. I thank you guys for watching, and subscribe. Doesn't cost anything. And stop in again and hang out with me, all right? Be sure and comment. If you have anything on your mind, shoot me a line at Matt Fox on the tube, and I'll get back to you, I promise, all right? So, as I said, appreciate it. And if you got kids or family, be sure to let them know that you love them, all right? Because you never know when today's going to be your last day, all right? So I'm Matt Fox, and this is the edition of Traders.